The ways to get video editing clients, from S meaning the best and D being the worst. Also, this video won't be edited, it will be a raw video. So if you are here for the dopamine and not to learn, click off the video right now. Alright, now when the TikTok kids clicked off this video, let's continue. The first method is going to be using social media. This basically means scrolling on YouTube, scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on Instagram, finding creators, and then sending them a cold DM. I'll put this at A. It's definitely a good way to find clients, and I like this way because you can choose the clients you work for, and you can basically choose the content that you're gonna edit, is what I'm trying to say. You're gonna create videos that you like, on the topics that you like, on the topics that you enjoy, and not on the topics you don't like and you don't enjoy. And it's definitely a good way to find clients, and you're not gonna be underpaid. Like I've used this method to get clients, and I'm telling you, this method is actually really good. And you're not like fighting for scraps. You actually, there's like enough clients for everybody. So it's definitely a good way to find clients. It's not definitely the best, it's not S tier, but it's A tier. The second method is going to be Discord. I'm gonna have to put this at I'm gonna put it at C. Now the reason why I'm putting the Discord method at C, and let me explain what the Discord method is. Basically, the Discord method is joining Discord servers, and they are like servers that are looking for video editors. Basically, you can make a post saying what you want, and then like fucking hundreds of people are gonna DM you, and it's very saturated. I don't recommend this at all. So definitely don't use this method. I've actually used this method, and sometimes I'll still use it, but it's not my main way of finding video editing clients, because you're eventually fighting for scraps, and you have to be good to actually stand out. And most of the people are just scamming, and they won't pay you. I actually made my first $300, I think it was my first ever money I made with video editing through Discord. It's definitely a good way, but not the best way, and there are a lot of scams, and a lot of people are asking just for a free sample and won't get back to you. Now, of course, you can say that is the reason why they're not getting back to you is because they don't like the sample, but I think that there are a lot of scammers, and yeah, that might be the reason. But trust me, I've done a lot of samples, and it's hard to stand out because there are hundreds of people doing the same thing, the same outreach, and the pay is very low. People, like, if a guy makes a post that he'll do it for $100, boom, he gets a message from an Indian guy, I will do it for 50. Okay, bro, like, it's not worth it. I don't recommend this way. Next, we got Fiverr. Now, I'll put Fiverr at D, which is the worst. Now, hear me out. I've made money through Fiverr, and the reason why I'm putting it at D tier is because you practically can't do much with Fiverr. You have to wait for people to outreach to you, and it's definitely one of the worst ways. Plus, Fiverr takes a 20% cut, 1/5 of your pay. So if you make $100 from an edit, Fiverr takes 20, and which is a lot. Like 20% is a lot, trust me. And yeah, you cannot outreach to clients, they have to outreach to you, but first you need to build your Fiverr profile. So I definitely don't recommend this to anybody. And also, yeah, there are also like scams, like I think people are gonna message you like let's message on Telegram and stuff like that. I definitely do not recommend Fiverr. It takes too much of your money. Next up, we got Upwork. Now Upwork, I'm gonna put it at B, I think. Yeah, it's either B or C. It's in between, but I'm gonna put it at B, yeah. So Upwork, basically you outreach to clients, which is better than Fiverr, and it takes 10% of your cut. Once I used Upwork and I didn't get my money out, I don't know, there was a lot of like verification going on, so I lost like $100 there. But if you can definitely log into Upwork and, you know, get those things sorted out, it's definitely a good way to make money. Now, of course, you're gonna have to have a great portfolio to stand out and stuff like that, but it takes 10%, which is still a lot. If you make $100, they're gonna take 10, but it's definitely better than 20% like Fiverr. The next one is YouTube Jobs. Now, YouTube Jobs is actually a good way if you have a good portfolio, a good profile there, and stuff like that. But it's still hard. It's oversaturated. Every editor is on there, so I don't definitely recommend this. It's hard to stand out because there are so many people. Well, yeah, once I got a client from there, but it wasn't the best client, and at the end there was some issues with the paying. I didn't receive a payment, but that's besides the point. YouTube Jobs is in the C tier. You need to have a really good portfolio, proof, reviews, stuff like that. It's hard to stand out. I definitely do not recommend YouTube Jobs. And the last method is personal branding. Actually, wait, let me go over another method, which is basically referrals. So if you have a client, you ask him to refer you. I think this is also one of the best ways. I would put it at A tier. You just ask, and if they have a friend who is a YouTuber also, which most of them do, they might refer you if they like you as a person. If they like your work, they're gonna refer you. And I've gotten clients with that, and I'll put that in A tier. Yeah, I forgot this method, but it's definitely a good one. And the last method is personal brand. Now I'm gonna put this at S tier. Now, have I gotten clients with this method, you ask me? Well, no. I don't have a personal brand. I'm trying to build it. That is why I'm making this video right now. And I think it's definitely a good way now. This video would have been 100% better if I edited it, and clients would have seen what my editing looks like. But I have my portfolio for that. But if somebody clicks on your channel, they want to see your work and stuff like that. Yeah, as I said, I haven't gotten clients with this method, but it's definitely a good way to find clients. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna outreach to you. They can be able to see your work, your face. You're more trustworthy if you show your face. And that is why I recommend this method. It's better. They're gonna see your work. Clients outreach to you. You don't outreach to them. And it's also a good way to test your editing skills. You're gonna edit your videos, or you can pay somebody to do it, but I would recommend you edit your videos, make something out of it, like try new things. Okay, wait, like let's try this motion graphic, let's try this transition. You get more creative, and you can do whatever the fuck you want with the video. You don't have any rules, and any of the stuff that a client will tell you to follow. You can basically have your own free will what you're gonna put in the videos. So I think it's a good way to also become a better video editor and to be more trustworthy, to learn more stuff. I definitely recommend this method, and especially if you have free time, maybe you're looking for another client, and you can work on this in your free time when you don't have work from your clients. So it's definitely a good way to build your personal brands a bit by bit. It's gonna be slow, it's not gonna be that easy, but yeah. And if you're having trouble finding clients, you're pissed off that you can't find clients, which basically here are the methods. I recommend this one the best. It's the most instant, I would say, to get clients. Now this would take time, but it's definitely better than this one. As I said, the reasons, I don't wanna fucking repeat what I said. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video. I'm just yapping here. I don't even know what the fuck I said. I will see you in the next one. Bye, motherfuckers.